Good morning and happy Tuesday. This week we will be focusing on something called the author's purpose. Purpose means the reason. Well, authors write the words in books. So an author's purpose has to do with why they're writing the words. Well, they're writing the words for a reason. They could be writing a joke book that's very, very funny. Well, the reason they're writing a joke book is to make people laugh. When you're laughing at something, it's entertaining. So one of the reasons that authors write is to entertain. Another reason why authors write is to give information, to inform you of something. It could be a book about soccer. It could be a book about riding a bicycle. It gives you information so you can do those things or learn about them. And then the last one is to persuade or to convince. That's when the author wants to tell you to do something. So if there's a book about recycling, chances are the author's going to be telling you it's a good idea to recycle and you should do it. Okay? So let's talk about the three reasons again to review them. The first one is a joke book that's really funny and it's amazing and interesting and entertaining. It's to entertain, to make you laugh. The second one is to give you information. Let's say there was a book called All About Giraffes. That's a book, it's a nonfiction book that's going to tell you facts, real things, real pictures of giraffes. It's not going to be cartoons. It's going to give you information all about the animal, the giraffe. And then the third one, and I always think of the third one to try to talk you into something, is when I'm watching Tom and Jerry or some cartoon, and then they put on all those toy commercials, and like my kids will say, "Oh, I want that, I want." Well, they're being persuaded, they're being convinced that that's a cool toy. So when they put those toys on there, they're trying to talk kids into wanting them and telling their parents, "I want that, I definitely want that racetrack." It's convincing, but there's books that do this, okay? And they try and talk you into something, whether it's not littering. Green Eggs and Ham is one of my favorite books from Dr. Seuss. It does a couple things in this book. The author really wants you to know that even if you don't think you like a food, try it. You might like it. Because if you didn't try it, you're not going to know. So he's trying to give you information about eating different types of foods. And it's a pretty good idea to do that because you might find your favorite food that you've never tried. Just because the way something looks, green eggs, green ham, doesn't mean it tastes bad. Different foods look very different. So they're giving you some information. Now, the author's also kind of saying something else. He's saying, you should eat good foods. You should eat your vegetables and things like that. So different stories talk about different things. So it may be a little tricky at first, but I think we're going to find this stuff out when we talk all about our news story called Magnets Work. We talked a lot about magnets in science. And magnets attract or they pull, right? Let's take a look at what it says. Magnets work. And the essential question is, how does the Earth forces affect us? Magnets are all around you. They help to do amazing things. They have surprising uses. Okay, so the author's words here is just introducing magnets and that they're really wonderful things. Now, this might tell us more about why the author is writing the story, or the author's purpose. Everyone say, author's purpose. Good. Think about a can opener. It has a magnet inside. The magnet can pull off the top of a can. Do you know how this happens? Well, now they're telling us something that magnets do. That's a fact. So I'm not laughing. This is not entertaining me. It's interesting, but it's a fact, so it's definitely true. It's not just what somebody thinks or how somebody feels. Is it trying to tell us to use magnets and persuade and convince us? Like, you gotta use magnets all the time. Not really. It's giving us lots of information about magnets. All right. And take a look at the next page. All right, we have time for one more. Look at these trains using magnets. Magnets pull objects made of metal. These are things like a can lid. It will not pull wooden or plastic things. Only metal things attract. Magnets have poles. Oh, we talked about the North Pole and the South Pole on a bar magnet. You have proved magnets pull objects to them. Why is this true? The ends of a magnet are called the poles. Each magnet has a north and a south pole. More facts, more information. They're informing us about what magnets are all about. All right, so on Nearpod's Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to break apart what we read just now on Tuesday, and then tomorrow we'll complete the story, and we'll look at it in some more detail and talk about some author's purpose things, okay? Have a great day, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video.